Welcome back to Chasing Dreams Homestead. My son and I are out cutting some firewood, but a member of our group on Facebook, Chasing Dreams Homestead on Facebook, asked a question that we've been asked several times, and I thought, you know what? It's a good opportunity to shoot a quick YouTube video and share with everyone how we introduce new chickens to our flock. This is a question that's asked all the time in our group and in other groups. And this is our way of doing it. There's multiple ways to do it, but this is just how at Chasing Dreams Homestead, we safely introduce new chickens to our flock. First and foremost, whenever you get a new chicken, you want to quarantine that chicken. You want to quarantine any new animal for that matter, but especially chickens. Chickens are prone to carrying cooties, for lack of better words, and buggers get germs and whatnot. They've got all kinds of different avian illnesses that they can be carriers for, spreaders of. It's just a good habit to get into whenever you get a new animal, especially livestock. Quarantine it away from your current livestock. Do not introduce the two immediately. You want to quarantine. Now, we've quarantined as short as 21 days and up to 45 days. That's all up to you. A good rule of thumb would be 30-day minimum, but some of the breeders that we've gotten things from, we know them, we know their setup, and we trust them. Now, another thing to think about, and we experienced this and learned this from the vet, and it was kind of heartbreaking. Just because you get an animal from another breeder, and you know that breeder, and you know their stuff is quality, and it's healthy, and they keep their things clean, does not mean that that animal cannot get your animal sick. And here's how the vet explained it to me. Because we had gotten some chicks a long time ago from a lady that we knew, without a doubt, she was a great breeder. All of her stuff was clean and healthy. Those chicks came from her farm. She may have germs on her farm or illnesses on her farm that her chickens have gotten used to over time and built immunities to, so her chickens would no longer be sick from those illnesses or any of the things that they've been exposed to. And bring them to our homestead and introduce them to our animals, and now our animals that have not built immunities to them are instantly sick. And this was the case that happened. We had gotten some chicks. Those chicks were about the same size as our chicks, and we didn't have multiple brooders at the time, so we just put those chicks right on in with our chicks. Within 36 hours, our chicks started dropping like flies. And it was really like perplexing and confusing to me, because I was like, how in the world, what's changed? Why are our chicks dying? I know this breeder, I know she's almost, OCD about making sure everything's clean and healthy and whatnot, so it couldn't have came from her, surely. And that's what the vet explained to me. Those animals are used to the things that are in that farm, and they've built immunities to it. Our animals have different immunities to the things that they're exposed to on our homestead. So that's what happened in that scenario. That's why I say always quarantine. There are some less than honest folks out there that breed and will sell off or pass off a sick or injured animal. So it's just a good rule of thumb to always quarantine. Now that I've beat that dead horse, here's how we do it. After quarantining, we use those XXL dog crates to introduce new chickens to our flock. Now, if our coop is big enough, that crate will go in the coop. I will take the plastic slider tray from under it and put on top with a rock or something to keep it from getting knocked off, so that those chickens are in the coop. The other chickens can see them. They can see each other through the wire grate on the kennel, but they can't hurt each other, because chickens are going to establish a pecking order. And I'll usually do that a few days before I turn them loose. The key to having the plastic grate on top is so that when the chickens in the coop get up on top and they roost on top, they're not dropping chicken manure on the chickens that are in the crate that have nowhere to go. Also, with the crate bottom out, the plastic crate bottom, anything they knock over, whether it's a water bowl or their own droppings, can fall through the bottom, and they're not stuck sitting in that as you're going out there daily changing out their bedding. Now, if your coop's not big enough and the weather provides for it and allows for it, you use the same crate in your chicken coop run. Now, we have done that in the past where we've had them out in the run. If it's a little bit breezy or it's cold, we've draped tarps over it so that the front is open though, so that the chickens can get to know one another. Now, we like to let the chickens get to know one another for a few days, and then here's the key. We don't release them during the daytime with the flock. We wait until everyone's roosted up for the night, and we take the new chickens out and we put them on a roost as well. Chickens have very poor night eyesight. They can't see very well in the dark, and when they wake up the next day, it's almost like they didn't even know there was a new member there. It's been a way that we have saved a lot of stress and a lot of hassle on our homestead introducing new birds, and it's been tried and true with many other people that we know that have poultry. But like I said, this is just a way. There's other ways, but that's how at Chasing Dreams Homestead we introduce a new bird. We quarantine. Second, we put them in something safe that they can be in the coop or the coop run and see the other chickens for a few days. And then third, we release them at nighttime so that when they wake up the next morning, it's all copacetic in the coop. I hope this has helped y'all. If you like what we're doing, like and subscribe to our page. Follow us on Facebook. And as always, till next time, keep dreaming.